You're not invisible on YouTube because algorithm hates you. You're not invisible because your equipment is not good enough. And you're not invisible because you haven't found the perfect uploading schedule. And what do I mean by this is if a viewer can go to YouTube and find the same advice, same opinions, the same type of content from 50 different creators, why would they choose to watch your videos? And that's the problem most small creators are facing. They are not always making bad videos. They are making videos that feel like they could be done by anyone else. And if you are being anyone on YouTube, you are being invisible. So in this video, I'm going to show you why your channel feels invisible, why posting more won't fix it, and how to become someone that viewers actually remember. Most creators think that being visible means that YouTube is showing your videos to more people. Real visibility means viewers recognize you and they recognize your point of view. They recognize the types of problems you solve. They recognize why your channel is different from all the other channels within your niche. That's what most of the small creators are missing. They upload videos, but nothing connects with the audience because they try to copy big creator in one video. They're not showing their personality and their opinions, or they make something generic that everyone can watch on any other channel. Or even worse, they make a video that sounds like AI wrote it in 30 seconds. The result doesn't have to be bad content, but it's definitely invisible content. And we already talked about this in the previous video, but if the viewer can't recognize your channel immediately, and if they can't explain your channel in one sentence, your content is not clear enough, and that becomes invisible. And the uncomfortable truth is that most creators are not visible because they don't provide good information. They are ignored because they lack identity. If you don't show your personality, how is anyone going to connect with you? If you meet people in person and you're just emotionless being, no one is going to make friends with you. And the same is with viewers. You can't build trust with them, and they are not interested in your content if it just feels like it's generic. And this is what makes your channel memorable. Even if your packaging is good, your titles, thumbnails, your editing, everything can be great, but if your personality is not showing, no one can connect with you. Because YouTube is not just content platform, it's category war. And by war, I mean people are getting flooded and bombed with all kinds of different content. When they open up a homepage, they see thousands of creators that are making videos similar to you. So you have to find a way to stand out somehow. And in my opinion, the best way to stand out is showing your personality or having catchphrases, finding some angle that people can recognize you for. So when your video appears, the viewer doesn't ask themselves, is this decent? They ask themselves, why this creator? And if your content doesn't answer that question, you become invisible. The first reason why creators become invisible is they try to copy the niche before they have established themselves inside of the niche. You maybe say, I'm going to make videos about fitness, or I'm going to make videos about finance, about traveling, vlogging, nature, or AI. And that part is fine, but you have to find an angle that's separating you from the rest of the people who are doing content inside of these niches. Because everyone else is doing the same. They're copying the titles, the thumbnails, the packaging, the editing. So if you're copying the same stuff as others, you are the same. You're not different, and your content becomes average. And then you just become a small creator inside of the niche where big creators are established and they take all the real estate. The viewer already has an option, so they can just go to the personality they already know, or they can go to a generic content which you are making, and you can already imagine what they will choose. So now think about creators you actually remember. Think of PewDiePie and how entertaining and funny he is. PewDiePie is not just entertainment. He is also good information, good personality, memes, and also he always delivers what he promised inside of his titles and thumbnails. Then Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is not just entertainment, he is stakes, challenges, and obsession. Ali Abdaal is not just productivity. He is also setting up the right systems, learning, and creator business. MKBHD is not just tech. He is clean, trustworthy, and premium judgment. The niche gets you inside of the room, but the angle makes you memorable. And most creators do have the niche, but they don't have the angle, and that makes them invisible. The second reason why you're invisible is because your content doesn't have why you. Before making a video, don't just ask yourself, what should this video be about and why would they be interested in watching this video? Because if the reason is I'm making this video because I just want to talk about it, that's not enough. A viewer clicks because they believe there's something specific they can get from you. Your experience, your point of view, your perspective, your honesty, and your ability to simplify a topic. Your way of saying the same thing that everyone is saying, but in a better way. This is the why you. For example, how to grow your YouTube channel is a topic anyone can make. But if you go from an angle like, I was growing YouTube channels for the past 7 years and this is what I learned. Now there's a reason for them to click. You have social proof, but of course you don't lie about it. You show results and you show the whole process, how you got there, from the mistakes you made, small wins, and how long does it take for a channel to grow. All of these things, you show your experience and why they should trust you. Then your perspective becomes rare, and this is something people want to watch. And then, of course, they remember you for it. The third reason small creators become invisible is because they don't have a signature lens. A signature lens is the way you're interpreting the world around you. Two people can talk about the same topic, but it just doesn't feel the same. One person talks about the topic through data and they have zero personality, and that kind of video is boring. They will show you good information, but yeah, it's just hard to digest. But the second person having the same data, but they also incorporate their personality and they make it entertaining. They show the same information, but in a more consumable way. And of course, you're going to stick and watch that creator versus the one who is just showing the data. It's the same platform, same topics, but through a different lens. And that lens is what makes content feel like yours. Without it, you're just throwing out a bunch of information. And that kind of randomly throwing information is easy to replace. This is why overusing AI makes your problem even worse. Because AI can summarize your tips, AI can summarize your video, make a script out of it, and copy your generic structure, and then you have just been replaced. But if you show your personality, you're entertaining, and people can remember you, AI can't replace you. So in order to make your content memorable, just show more of yourself, show more of your personality. You can use AI as a tool, but you have to interpret that information through your own lens. So ask yourself, what do I want to be known for? Do I explain my niche through psychology, through some kind of strategy, through analysis, or by just being funny? The clearer your lens is, the less replaceable you become. The fourth reason you might be invisible is because you don't stand against anything. You don't show your opinions, you're agreeable with everything. You just become like AI, like everything is great. Whatever someone says, you're like, oh, that's great. You have no opinions. You're just afraid to rock the boats. And by this, I don't mean you should attack people or cause drama. You just have to show when you don't agree with something. That can be a bad belief, a bad strategy, or exposing common mistakes. Because the one who stands for everything doesn't get remembered. For example, here are some financial tips that has no edge. But for example, the title, "These cryptos are making you broke," or "Buying a house is a bad idea right now," sounds much more interesting. These messages are much more memorable because they create a contrast. Most small creators are afraid to show their opinions. And if you soften everything, it feels like you have zero personality. Of course, if you're unsure, you don't show your personality, no one is going to be interested in what you have to say because you have no credibility, you are not entertaining, and you are just spitting out some random information, and viewers won't remember you because you just have some polite opinions. The viewer doesn't remember polite uncertainty, they remember clear conviction. You don't have to be arrogant, but your channel can't be spineless. The fifth reason you're invisible because your channel has no clear purpose in your viewer's life. People don't subscribe to you because they just liked one of your videos. They subscribe to you because your channel actually improves their life in some type of way. They are either getting smarter after watching your videos, getting entertained, they are laughing, or they are just getting in shape, or anything gets better overall. So you have to find the way you can improve viewer's life. The strongest channels do that, and the viewer knows what they're getting when they're watching their videos. A lot of smaller channels don't have this. They just post content randomly. Some videos are useful, some are interesting, but most of the videos don't have the full package. And then the viewer naturally just watches one of your videos and leaves. And don't blame them. They just don't know what they are getting if they are subscribing and watching your videos consistently. This is why consistency is not just about posting videos consistently. It's about consistently giving value to people. You give consistent promise, but you always deliver on that promise. And after someone has finished watching your videos, they feel smarter, clearer, more confident, or happier. And if you don't know if your videos can do that, the viewer surely doesn't know. Now, how do you stop being invisible? You stop being invisible by having an identity, not just becoming better. You have to become recognizable. You have to stand out from the crowd. Like we said before, viewer has to be able to explain your channel in just one sentence. For example, this is the creator who explains the psychology of eating bad food, or this is the creator who helped me explain personal finance in the simplest way possible. Or, for example, for my channel, this is a creator who helps me how to grow my YouTube channel and make money from it. And this one sentence matters because if the viewer can explain your channel in one sentence, they can remember you. If they remember you, they will come back. A simple thing you should do right now, like I just did, is try to explain your channel in one sentence and drop it down in the comments. This is not just some time wasting exercise. It's your strategy exercise. Because once you determine this one sentence, you know exactly who you are making this content for. You know what ideas fit and what ideas don't fit for your channel. You know what promise to repeat, what results to show, in which directions you want to build social proof. And then repeat that to build recognition, because recognition builds trust, and trust builds up your channel. And finally, before making your next video, ask yourself these 5 questions. First one is, could this video be made by anyone else? If yes, add more lens. And like we said before, lens is your worldview, your opinions. The second one is why you moment. Why should viewer hear this from you specifically? The third one is what you should be remembered for. Not just in this video, but in your whole channel. The fourth one is what are you pushing against? A bad belief, a mistake, a villain, a generic strategy, outdated ideas, or common mistakes. And fifth one, what job does your channel do for the viewer? Do your videos make ideas clearer for them? Do they get smarter, more confident, entertained, or something else? If you can answer all of those 5 questions, your content becomes impossible to ignore. Because right now you're not just uploading another video, you are building a recognizable position. So if you feel like you're invisible on YouTube, don't immediately assume the algorithm is against you. Ask yourself a more uncomfortable question. Is my content replaceable? Could someone get the same idea from 50 different creators? Does my channel have a clear role? Do I have my recognizable lens? Would a viewer remember me after this video ends? Because the harsh truth is, YouTube doesn't need more creators. YouTube doesn't need more content. It already has unlimited content. What it needs is content that is distinctive to other people's content. Your job is not just to post. Your job is to give people a reason to remember you. And if you want to understand the psychology that makes people click, watch and remember your content, watch this next video. Because YouTube growth doesn't start with the algorithm, it starts within the viewer's mind. You're invisible. You're invisible. You're in... You're invisible. You're invisible. You're invisible. You're invisible.